I'm Jessica. I started working on AGS in 2015 when I joined the Mondino Foundation for my master's thesis internship. I did a thesis on the genetic variants that were shared between the AGS and the lupus, because there are a lot of features that are shared between the two diseases. And then I continue with my PhD here at the Mondino Foundation in association with the University of Pavia. And I mainly work on the molecular aspects of AGS2. And now I'm continue working on AGS. I'm doing a postdoc. I had my PhD in 2020, so I'm a young postdoctoral researcher. And now I'm mainly working on AGS2 just because the Italian AGS population, in the Italian AGS population, this mutation, the RNase H2B is the gene most frequently mutated in our patients. I really, if I can say, like to work on AGS because it's a rare disease and has particular aspects and features, like it seems a neurological disease, but also has some immunological features. So it's quite particular, and yeah, I think it's, from my point of view, obviously, it's very interesting, and I think there is a lot of things that we can do to improve children's life and health, and I can imagine how it could be difficult to be a parent of one of these children, and I really want to have an impact in their lives and to try to do something to solve this terrible disease. Because as you said, if these children starts the therapy at the very beginning of the symptoms, this therapy, it seems to have an impact on the disease. So there should be something on which we can act. So the main aim of this project is to understand the molecular mechanism that are able to define a severe or a mild form of AGS, because these patients has the same mutation but very different phenotypes, and what's the reason of this phenotypic heterogeneity. The aim of this project is, the first one is to assess if there are other variants that are able to make the phenotype more severe than the average, than the normal, let's say so. So if we will be able to investigate all these variants in newborns, I think we will have an answer to this question. So if we find, if we will find I don't know, this mutation, the A177T, we will know that this patient has AGS. But if we find another variant in another gene that is predict to determine a more severe phenotype, we will be able to understand from the very beginning if this child will develop a severe form or a mild form of AGS. Regarding the transcriptomic analysis, or the RNA-seq, I think that this will be more useful for the development of new therapies, because with transcriptomics, we will probably find the molecular mechanism that are modified in the more severe patients. So if we find the molecular mechanism that are modified in this patient, we will know which are the targets, the molecular targets of that will help us to develop new therapies.
I think our community is going to be really excited to see both your project, if I can explain it to them well, but they're also going to be really excited to see you, just to see people are there thinking about this disease and working on it, because we come into it as parents with very little knowledge or background. We don't really understand who's working on it. We kind of get a couple of recommendations to go see a particular doctor. We don't know about, you know, the army of people that find this disease fascinating, interesting, that, you know, want to build a career on it. And so we're really excited to, you know, contribute in some way to doing that for you. So,
and there's such a delay between like the work that's being done in the labs and in the clinical settings, and then it being published research. And then even when it is published research, it's not always accessible to all families in terms of like understanding the language that's used and the criteria that was put into developing. And so, like, you know, we're hoping Patrick's great at explaining things to families. And so, but this is a great way for them to see how this whole process works from the beginning. So they'll be really excited, as Patrick said.
I would really love to work together with the families. I would really like that also all the families would be part of the project, because if our research goes on, is also thanks to the families, because we need their support. And yeah, it's like a huge effort that we do all together. So yeah, I would like to be very close to the families if I can.